I have been in Bollywood's heartthrob, Aditya Roy Kapoor. I have also Sanjana Sanghi, the very gorgeous, and Kapil Verma, who has brought these two together for a film. Welcome to India Today Television.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you about your film in a while, but I would want you to take us back in time when you started off your journey as a VJ.
Right.
You were an amazing host, a unique style of hosting shows.
Right.
Then, of course, you started your journey as an actor with London Dreams, and then, of course, Ashiki 2, Blockbuster.
Right.
Of course, then there was also Ye Jawani Hai Diwani.
Yeah.
You outshined everyone in the film. How do you see your journey, and how have you evolved as a person from then till now?
It's been something that I honestly haven't planned any of it. Things have just happened in my life, and kind of I ended up going down these paths and these doors that have just kind of opened for me. I never planned to become a VJ. I just happened to go in for an audition one day because I was doing nothing, and I got this call, and that I did that for the next 4 years of my life. Never planned it. As an actor, maybe there was some want, but very deep down, and I would go for maybe 10% of the auditions that I was called to, and I just happened to get that film, and that started me on this journey. So it's felt like, I discovered I loved acting once I finished my third film, because that's something I didn't know I wanted to do. After my third film, I was like, okay, this is something that I seem to really enjoy and I'd like to pursue. So it's been a journey of kind of um, realizing what I love doing and a process of that. But now I can safely say I've definitely settled into this, and I'm very, very passionate about acting and love it very much, and find that, consider myself very fortunate that I get to do what I love doing, No. Yeah.
And Sanjana, for you, this is your first proper theatrical release,
Yeah.
especially after the pandemic happened.
Absolutely.
But you're still remembered for your role in Rockstar. What is your best moment from the film?
From Rockstar?
Yeah.
Oh man. I remember each day very vividly because it was all just so special and new. But my most special memory was, I think, the first day I landed in Dharamshala when Ranbir and Imtiaz were shooting there. And it was the first time I ever went on a film set. And I didn't know what vanity vans were. And I remember I was called in to meet the both of them into Ranbir's van. And they told me what our scene is going to be. And that just, it stuck in my head. That conversation, that moment. It's just really special.
Aditya, for you also, like Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, like it was so, fans are like still crazy about the film, especially your role. What was your favorite moment from that film?
Any one favorite moment? Honestly, on that film, we had many amazing moments. We all got along really well, which was, I think, something that translated onto camera. Sometimes you can have too much fun on a film, and it's maybe not the best thing. But on this one, we had a blast. We got to travel to these lovely places, and it was a film about friendship. So there were loads of things that happened. I can't pinpoint one right now, but definitely one of the most fun experiences.
And if you could, both of you, like give us some anecdotes about your early days in the industry on the sets, considering you both are like, you come across as a person who's very reserved and hardly on social media.
When you're kind of starting off, it's this job has its own surprises and rhythms, because it's so varied, the kinds of things that you have to do as an actor, that early on you're always surprised by, okay, you have to do this 20 times before you can move on. Everything is a surprise. So, like, there's so many little revelations that happen to you about the movie making process.
I mean, for me, I think early days I get reminded of Aram Nagar, this infamous area in Bombay. Aram Nagar is basically where all of the auditions happen. So there are casting huts, literally. And because I'm from Delhi, I used to keep going to Bombay to audition. So if I used to get one ad shoot, I would like beg my parents to let me stay 2 more days and like give as many auditions as possible. So those monsoon days when like the mud reaches till your knees and you're like trudging, those are my memories actually.
Couple, for you, like tell me who was the one who used to take the most takes in the film while shooting?
While shooting, more takes were obviously Adi.
Adi?
And yeah, but for good reasons. to make things much better, for better variation. And because he was too deeply involved with the character. And the film is such where a lot of things happening after every 10 minutes of the in script. So to take the character forward, be part of it. So it was a thing where always like, अरे नहीं, मैं ये कर रहा हूँ, अभी ये था. So takes ज़्यादा उनके होते थे, लेकिन it has to be bang on. It was always bang on for the script.
And who was the first one to break the ice? Like both of you, like I just said that you guys are very reserved.
I think Kapil and me had spent so much time before we got onto the set that the ice was already, it felt like it was broken, which I think important for director and actor to spend time. I really feel like it helps a lot when you finally get onto the set, because you'll realize you all are both aiming for the same target. You'll know exactly, you're on the same page. And I think with Sanjana and me, it felt like the first time we met, we kind of just, sometimes you just meet someone and just kind of get along, and it felt like there was no real ice breaking required.
No ice. There was
no ice to be.
Ice to be broken.
There was no ice to be broken. It was already. Yeah.
So talk to me about your body transformation. Like we've seen you bulking up for Malang, but how was it any different from this film, and of course the diet and the training sessions that you underwent?
This one was more intense than Malang. Because Malang, I just had to kind of bulk up. In this, I had to bulk up, but also learn action, because there was a lot of action for me to do in this film, and I hadn't really done that much of it before in my career. So I had to do a few months of training for that. So it was kind of twice a day, and action in the morning, gym in the evening. I think when you do action, you lose muscle. So you're pretty much going in the evening to put back the muscle you lost a few hours ago. So it was pretty testing. And of course, I think without a good, solid diet, you can't do anything no matter how much you train. So that,
What used to be your daily routine in your diet?
yeah, I mean, it's just militant. I had a really good bunch of chefs, shout out to Anmol and Malhar, who would kind of give you your food and you just like a robot, eat it, give food, eat. You don't have to think, you just eat what you're given. And after 3-4 months, you can't like really be missing food. You can't be like, arey yaar, I wish I had a... Even if there was pizza in front of me or anything, stuff I love, it's not registering. Because if it did, then you'd be in for a hellish few months. So I become like, I have my blinkers on for that while and kind of don't torture myself over eyeing other people's plates.
So basically, an actor's journey is not always smooth. Even in your life, like we've seen so many ups and downs, especially for films like Kalank and Sarak 2, did not do as we all expected. So how do you take that failure, and what are the big lessons that you've learned over the years?
As in, you get better with it as you get more experience, but it never really is going to be easy, because you spend so much time working on a film that everyone is kind of really emotionally involved with it. So when something doesn't do well, it's important to feel upset about it, introspect, and but also not beat yourself up about it, because when a film doesn't do well, it's a team thing, and when it does well, it's not only because of you. So I mean, I've gotten better at taking it in my stride, I guess.
And what was that one point in your life, the lowest low in your life, and somebody played a Raksha Kavach in your life?
Raksha Kavach. Nice. I think it's for me, it's my mom. She's the one who's always, I think, she's the biggest Kavach. I think for me, when I was born till I grew up till where I am right now, I think it's always been my mother.
Mm-hmm. For you, Sanjana and Aditi?
It is. I mean, it'll sound cheesy, but it's true, right? Like, I mean, I think three of us, we're all really close to our parents, and yeah, things keep getting challenging at every stage of your life. I mean, whether you're, I keep cracking age jokes on Adi, but like I'm 25 and I'm over, like my brain gets extra hyper sometimes and I'm very hard on myself. So I constantly need my parents to like ask me to chill out.
There's this session that I'm going to do. Quick questions for the two of you. Complete the sentence. Okay. My relationship status is
non-existent for me.
Yeah, single. I'm single.
one Bollywood celebrity I would want to go on a date with is.
I'm not a fan of dates, so I don't want to go.
Very boring.
I don't like dates.
You're not into dates?
No.
I like dates. I'm looking. But too many names. I won't fit in one blank.
When I'm not on the sets, I like to do.
I'm not into sex. Many things. I like to play sport. I like to chill with my family, travel.
Yeah. Travel and read.
When I go back home after work, I just want to.
Crash.
After work, yeah, I just want
I want to smash my head in the bed.
to zone out.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I cannot live without, it has to be.
I would think right now is black coffee.
Should we make it cheesy or real?
Anything you want.
At this point, it feels like performing, honestly. I don't think I can live without without performing.
What I'm looking for in a partner is.
Looking for a partner is friendship.
I'm not right now looking for a partner.
Okay, so there goes our session. So, your favorite dialogue from Om, if you could just say it once.
I think the favorite dialogue would have to be, it's a dialogue that's resonated with a lot of people, is Rakt rahe ya na rahe, Rashtra hamesha rahega. Jai Bhavani.
One last message for your fans before your film hit theatres on 1st July.
Well, the message is that we've tried to make a complete film with multiple things that will hopefully entertain you. There's a lovely story behind all of it. It's not just action. It's a lot of heart as well. So yeah, tell your friends, take your family, take your friends, and go on the 1st of July.
Yeah.
Enjoy the film.
And I also want to say that even if action isn't your top genre, like we just spoke to someone who said we don't watch action films, it's also a highly dramatic film. So go watch it for a film. Don't, just give it a chance.
Couple for you.
It's also a family drama. And action has been backed by a lot of emotions. So yeah, all I would say is just enjoy the film.